Welcome to Pour the Wine, It's Rom-Com time, where we'll sip some wine and review all things rom-com on the Hallmark Channel. I'm Amy.
And I'm Gary.
And we're prepping from anywhere from 0 to 100 inches of snow this weekend.
100 inches of snow. Yes, we are.
We don't know. We live in an area where, you know, they always say it's going to, we have what I like to call no snow days.
Right.
Like I remember when the kids were still in school, they would predict snow and then they would cancel everything and then it wouldn't snow. So that was really fun. But the truth is they just don't have the infrastructure where we live to clear the snow.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Especially in the back roads, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's always best to err on the side of caution, but I like it here because the snow goes away in a couple days.
Right.
Usually.
I mean, you know, when it's 30 one day and it's snowing and the next day it's 60, 65, that's why the snow never sticks around.
It does not stick.
But it does give you a good day off, you know?
It does. It does. It's nice to cozy up. So hopefully we'll get some, I mean, I'm ready for a significant amount, maybe.
You know, I always like 1 or 2
maybe.
Good snowstorms a year.
Yeah.
During the season. And then I'm good.
Great.
I'm good.
I mean, I grew up, you know, near Chicago, so it snowed pretty much from like November to like March. So you can get it anywhere in the spring. So that's why I like it here. It's more mild winters. It can snow, but it just doesn't last. So we'll see. We're in the path of the big storm that everyone's talking about right now, right? So
and as long as we have plenty of vino, it's no problem.
Stock up. We're getting low. All right. Should we get into it?
Let's do it.
Today, we're going to be reviewing the third winter escape movie of 2026, Love on the Amazon. It aired on the Hallmark Channel on Saturday, January 17th, 2026.
Yes. And if you like listening to podcasts, you can find us on Apple and Spotify, where you can leave us both reviews and stars. And if you're into watching, you can catch us over at YouTube at Pour the Wine, It's Rom-Com time.
Yeah,
and don't forget, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our podcast episodes.
So you get notified when a podcast drops. Yeah. And I think on Apple you can leave stars and a review, but on Spotify it's just stars, right? Yeah. I think. Maybe correct us if. Yeah. So if you have a chance and you're on there, please leave us stars, and you can always share the podcast if you know somebody who loves Hallmark movies as much as we do, and you do if you're listening. Please share the podcast. We would love that. Or you can send us an email to pourthewineitsromcomtime@gmail.com and let us know your thoughts about anything. We're you know, fresh off a countdown to Christmas 2025. Maybe you're watching Mistletoe Murders. Maybe you're watching 12 Dates Till Christmas.
Yes.
Or maybe you're done with the holidays and you're into the winter escape movies like we are right now. So just send us an email. Let us know your thoughts about anything Hallmark related. We would love to hear from you.
Yeah, and we would read it on the podcast.
Maybe. Yeah. If it's nice. I don't know. We'll see.
Be nice, people. Be nice.
Yeah.
So let's find out about the cast on this one.
Let's find out. J.C. Elliott plays Claire, and she goes to the Amazon in search of her sister.
Right.
She's looking for her sister because she has to deliver some very important papers that her sister has to sign. This is J.C.'s 4th Hallmark movie. She was also in Joyeux Noël. I don't really know how to pronounce that first one. It's Joyeux.
Me neither, so don't ask.
That's French, right?
Yes, it is.
I don't know. So I'm so sorry if I mispronounced that. She was also in My Southern Family Christmas and Romance in Style. She is largely known as playing Dr. Taryn Helm on Grey's Anatomy since 2017.
2017?
She's been on the show. I think when did we stop watching Grey's? Maybe like... I think 2016.
It was when who was the one character, the one doctor who died?
McSteamy.
Yes, I think that's when we stopped.
Yeah. So that probably was before her time, maybe.
Right.
Yeah, It's been a while. We loved it, but we just started watching other things.
Yeah.
Rafael de la Fuente plays Danny. This is his second Hallmark movie, I believe. He was in 2023's Letters to Santa. He was actually in, we know him from the updated version of Dynasty.
Yes.
It ran from 2017 to 2022. So Elizabeth Giles plays Fallon Carrington, and Grant Show played her dad, the famous Blake Carrington. And it's just, it's not Hallmark.
No, it's
For
not.
sure, it's not Hallmark, but it is just fun, delicious
And
TV. If you like to
plays
just
a really
escape,
good character.
yes, and he's great on that. So we really enjoyed that updated version of Dynasty.
Yes, we did.
Other cast members, and of course, Danny is the Capitan of the boat that she commandeers to get to her
riverboat
sister.
captain. Yes,
yeah, the riverboat captain, right. Other cast members include Risa Xavier. She plays Millie. She is one of the crew members on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Omar Paliez plays Bruno. He is the second crew member on the boat, and I apologize if I mispronounce the names. Persephone Barda Redmond plays Amelia. That is Claire's sister, the one that Claire is trying to find.
Right.
Ramsey Ross plays Mr. Hall. That is Claire and Amelia's dad. And Juliana Wimbles is one of the tourists, and there is a special reason why I mention her, which you will find out in a minute.
Yes, we will. So, Love on the Amazon was directed by Colin Days. Colin has directed a few other Hallmark movies, including A Machu Picchu Proposal, Polar Opposites, A Costa Rican Wedding, A Greek Recipe for Romance, and Love in the Maldives.
Oh.
Yeah. Juliana Wimbles.
Oh, there's the name. There it is. There it is.
She wrote this.
She wrote it.
Yes, she has written several Hallmark movies, including a few that Colin has directed: A Machu Picchu Proposal, A Costa Rica Wedding, and Love in the Maldives. Wow. All good, too.
Yeah.
She also wrote This Time Each Year, A Whitewater Romance, The Dog Lover's Guide to Dating, and A Splash of Love.
Aw, I think it's so cool that she was actually in the film. You know,
I know. I love it when they
and then
do
she pops
that.
up
You know?
in it. That's
It's like that Hitchcock feeling.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Or Stephen King. Remember
Stephen King or M. Night.
M. Night does it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
mm-hmm.
So I love it when they
cool.
do that. But, you know, that's kind of like a signature thing now for these guys. And it's cool.
And you know, it's interesting that she wrote, and then the director is the same director for Machu Picchu Proposal, because it sort of has the same feel and vibe.
Right, right.
Don't you think?
I agree.
It's two of them. I kind of get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great adventure. Yeah.
Great adventure.
Yeah. I love the scenery, but let's drop the synopsis and find out what this is all about.
Claire travels to Brazil and hires Danny, a riverboat captain, to help her deliver an important message for her sister Amelia, a marine biologist studying pink dolphins on the Amazon River.
Pink dolphins. I'd love to see a pink dolphin. That'd be pretty cool.
I don't want to go to the Amazon to do it, though.
I was getting ready to say that. I don't want to put myself in danger. I just want to go to one of those parks where they have the dolphins and stuff and just, you know, and maybe you can ride one or whatever they do.
Ride a dolphin. Well, you can kind of hold on. I have done that. You hold on to them and they pull you, but that's probably not a great tourist thing now that you think about it. But
I know.
I was young. The Bahamas.
Young, wild and free.
Now that I've admitted that.
We're probably going to drop some spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie, please pause the podcast, go watch it, come back, and let us know what you think.
Or you can listen to the podcast and then go watch the movie.
And let us know how
see if you agree with our review. Yeah.
I think they will. I think they'll agree with it.
All right. So what did you think about Love on the Amazon?
I have to tell you, I loved this movie.
I know. I kind of got that gist when we were watching it. We try not to talk about it too much, but you were really into it.
I was, because you know I don't know if it was just the calming, soothing sounds of the water as the boat went up the river or down the river, but it was so calming for me. And you know how people listen to those when they sleep, those
like
sounds,
sound machines.
Yeah, it was kind of like that, and I was kind of like hypnotized watching the movie. So I really enjoyed it, and I thought the banter back and forth between Claire and Danny was really good. I mean, imagine you're on a boat, you can't really go anywhere, so you really have to deal with each other.
Well, yeah.
I love the slow burn of the romance, and it kind of reminded me of like just adventure bonding, right?
Adventure bonding.
Yes.
Oh, look at you. Okay.
Yes.
That's
I'm coining the word
interesting.
adventure bonding.
Yeah, that's a good phrase. I like that. Yeah.
And I just overall, just the scenery, the music, I mean, the cast, the supporting cast, I mean,
Yeah.
all good. So
You're
I
all
enjoyed
in.
it. What about you?
I have a slightly different take.
Oh, Snapple.
No, I mean, I enjoyed it. When you said calming, I almost laughed because I'm like, that would not be calming to me. And I get what you're saying about the water. Like, I love
Right.
being on a boat and the water lapping up against the boat, all of that jazz, or laying on the beach and hearing the water up on the shore. Get it, totally get it, calming. On the Amazon, not so much. The
Right.
whole snakes and iguanas, even if they're nice, and
Spiders. Oh,
bugs,
my.
and yeah, that not so calming to me.
Right.
No, but generally, I mean, I enjoyed the movie. It was a little bit slow for me at first.
Mm-hmm.
And then I really got into it. I really enjoyed JC Elliott, in her role as Claire and
She did a
Raphael de
phenomenal
la Fonte.
job.
I enjoyed, I mean, all the cast, I enjoyed all the cast, but I thought, because I wasn't really all that familiar with her work. I mean, I don't know that we've seen any of the films that she's been in for Hallmark, and we
Right.
haven't watched her on Grace. So I just really enjoyed her. She was sort of effortless, kind, and kind of went with the flow, even though she was one of those who was more organized and doesn't usually go outside of her comfort zone. And I
Right.
just thought she nailed the role. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I enjoyed it. I didn't love it. I don't think as much as you did, but I did enjoy it. I enjoyed the adventure bonding
Mm-hmm.
that they had. The banter was good. Even the story about her trying to get to her sister,
Right.
I thought was great. So yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it.
I mean,
For what it
I
was.
couldn't imagine doing what she did, you know?
What's
I
that going to?
going to the Amazon to drop off, a letter to my sister or brother.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think I could do that.
Well, let's talk about that for a minute since we're there.
Yeah, let's
I
do.
would not like that at all. I don't think. Now, if I had to in an emergency situation, I would do it. I'm not about that. I'm really just, and I mean, say what you want, about that, but that is not, I'm okay watching it.
Yeah.
Like, I was fine watching it. I enjoyed the film. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, for me personally, if you said, "Hey, let's go," like, I think the writer is the one who says, as the tourist, people save their whole lives to come for a trip to the Amazon.
Yeah.
Because there's a scene where Claire is reading a book instead of, enjoying the wonderment around her.
Right.
And it would be beautiful and the animals would be great and everything. But that is not for me. That just would not, even on a boat that's air conditioned and all, just the mosquitoes and no.
Yeah.
And, and then there's a scene where he says, well, shit, snakes sometimes end up on the ship. They're in the water, but they end up on the boat. I'm like, no,
yeah,
no, that's
you'll wake
not,
up and there's one.
It's not okay. It's
cuddling
just
up against you.
No,
yeah,
no.
And she's afraid of snakes too. So
yeah, and she's afraid of snakes. But that would not be an adventure. I like to go glamping, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would not do that. I did tent camping as a kid, and it's just not.
So you're a glamper like me.
I'm a glamper. One honey.
Yeah.
One honey.
Well, what does she say? She says something like, "How is it so loud
and
but
quiet
yet so
at the
quiet
same
at the
time?"
same time?" I
Yes,
thought that
yes.
was a good
Yeah.
line. But
Well,
let's
and
get it. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say we've talked about that too, and that, like, I love the sounds of summer, right? Like when you're outside, but I like
Yes.
little things like crickets,
Frogs,
those are the
crickets.
sound of summer. Yeah, we have a ton of frogs. We're in a subdivision,
birds
and
that
oh my
fly
gosh,
at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not so much the birds, but yeah, the frogs and the crickets, and I just, I do enjoy that, but they're little.
They're little.
They're not gonna kill me,
As long as they don't come up on the porch.
Then they go on like an anaconda tour. No.
Yeah,
No.
that anaconda tour I'm not doing. Sorry.
No, thank you. I don't need that extra excursion. I'm good. Yep.
All those anaconda movies, the things like 20 feet long and
I
about,
know.
20 inches wide. No, not gonna do it.
I'm good.
So, what did you think of the meet cute?
The meet cute. Oh, I thought actually it worked really well.
It was cute. It was cute.
Right. So she travels. Travels to the Amazon. And by the way, this was, I think, filmed primarily in Peru.
Right.
Because the Amazon's in South America. What did he say? It goes through like 7 countries.
Yes.
Or something, which I
did not know. And then out to the Atlantic. Yeah, it's crazy.
But she so she shows up and she realizes that Danny speaks English. And she's like, I'm looking for this guy. And he's advertised as a guide, right?
Right.
Is that what the advertisement was?
The riverboat captain.
Yeah. I can't, there was a phrase and I can't think of it right
Something
now.
Something about he always delivers.
Right. Yeah. Because he goes, well, he always delivers. And so, but he delivers packages, not people, right? So she kind of misunderstands that, right? And she says she's looking for this guy and he's like, hey, it's me. And so she asks him to take her, she's trying to find her sister, yada, yada, yada. And he is basically like, no, like,
having nothing. Yeah.
I mean, I take packages. And then what is in the water? A huge,
it's a catfish.
Right. Right. So as she's walking away, she's like, you need to advertise that there are catfish in the Amazon or whatever, and it's kind of a play on like he catfished her, right? Because he's advertising one thing, but it's really a catfish. And so I thought that was a cute line. I thought JC delivered her lines really well. I didn't mention that earlier. She's like those one-liners, those little funny, jabs in there were really cute. So, but then she walks away with her suitcase in kind of like a huff.
I know, that big blue suitcase.
Yeah. What'd you think? I mean, I thought it worked for that moment. I thought it was it was a good meet cute for the movie.
I thought it was. I mean, when she was walking down the pier to get to where the boats were, rolling that blue suitcase, and she comes up on him, and she was surprised that he spoke English pretty well. And she was asking about him, and he turns her around. He's like, yeah, he's right here and behind her. But what was funny is she looks in the water, and that's when that catfish kind of comes to the surface, scares her, and she falls back into his arms.
Yes.
That was kind of cute.
Yeah.
And then the banter back and forth about, please take me there, I'll pay you. And he's like, no, I only deliver packages because there's no drama. And she's like, I won't be drama.
Yeah.
And I just thought that whole scene, it worked really well.
Yeah, I do too. So she has to go find someone else to take her part way, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, I think it worked. It worked.
Yeah. So let's get into some of our favorite scenes. What was one of yours?
So Clara finally convinces him to take her to her sister. And I think it's after he realizes he knows her sister.
It was that, and the fact that a part on his boat broke.
Oh, right.
And she had the money because she got a refund from the cruise, the Anaconda cruise that she took.
Right.
So she had money to pay for it. And when he found out that it was who it was, he was like, yeah, I guess I'll take
that's right.
you.
She offered to fix the boat if he would take her. So he does agree. And so they get on the boat, and of course he assumes that she's not going to last long. Right. He's like, she's not going to, he tells the other crew member, like, she's not going to last.
She's not going to last a day.
Let's just humor her for a minute, and then there's this thing that she gets on the boat and they're going down the river, and she goes to the bow, I guess.
The front of the boat.
The front of the boat, whatever that is. And she does the Titanic pose where she puts her arms out like and it is the, all you can think of is Kate Winslet on the Titanic. And he comes up on her and he just watches her for a minute.
And he laughs.
I just thought, and then when she realizes he's there, I thought that was really cute and really fun because, when you see that scene, like everybody wants to do that. Like I would probably be tempted to do that if we're ever on a, ship or a boat someday, because it's just fun and, and she just does it and the air is hitting her. So that was one of my favorite scenes. What about you?
That was one of my favorite scenes too, when she did the Titanic.
Yeah.
So iconic. Another one of mine was when they actually hit the rapids.
Yes.
And she's kind of trying to get up to the where he steers the boat. God, why can't I think of the names? And she's like, "Where's the life jackets?" And he's like, "They're downstairs under the seats." So she goes downstairs, and meanwhile, the boat's rocking back and forth, and you see her suitcase falls down the stairs, and it's rolling whichever way the boat leans. And she's trying to get the life jacket, and she actually gets it, but she pulls on it so hard it flies out of her hand into the water.
Yeah. Yeah.
Meanwhile, her suitcase keeps going back and forth. So there's this huge orange like ring that they throw out to people that fall overboard. And she's trying to get that and trying to grab her suitcase. And, finally she does get it and she puts it around her. But at that point, that's when the rapids kind of, they kind
ease
of
up,
they
get through the rapids, right?
and you think that she's, oh my God, what did I get myself into? And she goes out to the front of the boat and she's talking to Danny's talking to her, thinking, oh, this is the moment she's going to leave. And she's like, that was the best time of my life.
Yeah. Yeah. She says she's never felt more alive.
Yeah.
And he goes, you have a little bit of riverboat rat in you or something, or river rat in you or something.
River rat.
Yeah.
So that was one of mine.
Yeah. I had that one also. It's actually just a really funny scene in my opinion, because she's reading, and as she's reading, the boat is rocking, and then her cup moves. It's
that's
like
right,
moving as
right.
the boat is rocking, and she goes to reach for it, and she's like, "Oh, it's not there," and it's further back because it has moved back because of the rocking of the boat. And then she goes to grab it, and then you just see her plunge forward because they're in and it really worked. And then, like you said, then she goes on a search for a life jacket because she's like, I need where are the life jackets, right? And then when she finally gets it, it's like a huge accomplishment because the boat is rocking. And the other part I love about that scene is Millie, the other crew member. She's just walking around, like it's
she's
cool.
carrying
like
things.
She's unbothered, right? She's just walking around, and it's really funny. It just made me think of like flight attendants. When you're on a, when you're on a plane, you hit turbulence, and my heart goes in my stomach every time that happens. And I always look at the
flight attendants,
right? Because if they're not freaked out, then I shouldn't. And they're just like going about their business, bouncing around. That's what that scene reminded me of when she just keeps walking back and forth doing things, and poor Claire is really, really struggling. But then at the end, she's like, whoo, that was really cool.
Right. Yeah, it was. That was awesome.
Yeah. Because she doesn't live outside of her comfort zone. And so that was really, thrilling for her. So yeah, I had that as a favorite scene also.
Well, what about another one?
When Claire, they lose one of the crew members. And by lose, I don't mean, badly. He decides to leave because he doesn't want to do it anymore. And so they're down to just Danny and Millie, the other crew member. So Claire's like, I'll do it. Danny's like, well, you got to study, and she's like, okay, I can study because she's a teacher and she's going to be an assistant principal. So this is her wheelhouse. Right. So she studies, and then she's like, okay, where's the test? How many pages is it? And he's like, pages.
He's like, come with me.
He has her do all these different tasks, right? Like tying a knot and, and things. And so I just thought that was just a fun part of it. And she has really absorbed and taken it in, and she's serious because she wants to get to her sister. So I enjoyed the whole test part of it,
Yeah, that was one of my favorites too.
And he has her go to the wheel, right? And he asks her, if you see a boat coming, what would you do? And she goes through the steps that you're supposed to do if you see it coming, including sounding the alarm, and it kind of jolts him. He's like, that was a little over dramatic, but okay. So there were some cute, funny parts in it.
Yeah, it was.
So did you have any other favorite scenes?
One of my last ones was when they had to go on foot through the forest because they couldn't get the boat through. And, he's just telling the culture of the Amazon and the wishing tree and the necklace. It's a seeded necklace that's supposed to keep bugs away. And so they camp out, and he's tying up the hammocks when she hears her voice. Sounds like her sister. So she gets up and starts heading out into the forest, right? And he runs after her, And he starts to tell, and he catches her, and he's like, "There's no one there. There's no one there." And he talks about the guardian of the forest, and it was such a funny scene because he's sitting there. It's like a ghost story, right? You're all around a campfire, and somebody's telling a story, and then all of a sudden they go, "Ah!" And that's what he did with her pretty much, and she just like jumps. I just thought that was such a cute little scene.
And then she laughs, right? She doesn't get mad or anything. She just kind of laughs because he did startle. He's like, "No, I'm not serious," because she's like, "Are you serious?"
And then when they finally get back to camp, he's like, she's going to take off her boots, and he's like, "We don't take boots off in the forest."
Yes. I'd be like, "Okay, yes, sir." Leaving them on, tightening them up. And I thought it was interesting that they were in hammocks. So there must be a reason you want to be up, like, because things aren't going to come at you that way.
Yeah.
Like, you're not, this is not like your mountain tent thing, right? Like, like you need to be up. I was like, I don't think I could sleep. See, that's another reason. No. The humidity, the bugs.
Yeah. So. I agree. What about you? You have any more?
No, I think that's all I had for, I mean, I enjoyed a lot of the scenes, but as far as, standouts, I think that's it. Yeah. All right, let's go on to cheers.
Okay.
Did you have a big cheer?
I love the way they brought in the culture, and there was the one scene where they're walking to Amelia's first office where they think she is, and these group of kids kick a soccer ball out to Danny, and Danny's like, "Oh, you want me to play?" And I guess in there, if you get kicked the ball, you got to play a couple rounds.
Yeah.
With the kids, and they call it fuchi ball. It's soccer, but they call it fuchi ball.
Oh.
And I thought that was pretty cool that they brought that kind of stuff into the movie.
Is that not when they're going to deliver the packages to the school? That's a different scene.
That's a different scene.
Oh,
this was,
okay.
I mean, it was along the way, but this was because she was like, "Oh, we're almost there," and he's like, "No, we got time." And then they both ended up playing with the kids and having a good time. So that was a cheer for me.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think the whole notion of going to the Amazon, I think would be a cheer. Now, I don't really know if Hallmark has done it before, so, I don't want to say this was the first time, but I just thought it was a unique idea.
Right.
For us anyway. I thought that was interesting because, I mean, I didn't, like I said, I didn't know it ran through 7 different countries.
I know.
And, just things I didn't think, like you always hear about the Amazon and the jungle and everything, and
the rainforest.
And I know there would be, beautiful moments and everything, but I thought it was cool. And like you said, when the boat was traveling, when I didn't see a snake and iguana, mosquitoes, or they're, sweating to death from the heat and spiders, it is calming on the river, and there were beautiful shots.
Yeah.
They did have some beautiful shots during it. And I mean, I think they were actually on the river. I did not notice a green screen there.
No.
So that was very impressive, the way it was shot.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt like another thing that was pretty cool were the tree houses when they finally got to Amelia.
Yes.
Those it was like a huge tree house from tree to tree to tree. Yes. I mean, it was almost like a hotel in the trees.
That was really cool. I think they actually have those where you can go and stay. Now, again, I don't need to go to the Amazon for that. Like, if it exists somewhere that doesn't have that kind of, I can go to that. But no, that was really cool. That was really cool. I loved that they made her, she's a literary, right? So her nose is, instead of being in the phone, it's always in a book.
Right.
And I thought that was a different angle also. I thought that because she's, like I said, she's a teacher. She's going to be an assistant principal. So she's, and she just soaks it all in. And, how many people not only read a lot still, but read an actual book, like hold the 3-dimensional book that they're reading instead of an ebook, instead of on a Kindle, instead of, I mean,
I'm an ebook person.
Yeah, I know.
It helps my eyes better.
You and I differ. I have to hold the book, and I
know you do. You still have all
there's
the books.
something about it. There's just something about going into the bookstore, and so I appreciated that. And there were quite a few literary references in this.
Yes, there were.
Like she references Jane Eyre, Atticus Finch. Do you know who that is?
No.
He's the lawyer in To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yes.
And then the Oh Captain, My Captain is something that Walt Whitman, the famous American poet, so there were just, he said that about President Abraham Lincoln's assassination, or when he was assassinated.
Right.
That was one of the things he said. And Walt Whitman actually, and I just caught on to that because he's one of my all-time favorite quotes from him is, happiness not in another place, but this place, not for another hour, but this hour. Right. And I love that quote from him. Love it, love it. And hopefully he is the one who said it, because I've been saying it for years. But I liked all the, so if you read a lot, now I haven't read, and I actually haven't seen the movie To Kill a Mockingbird, but I thought those references, I'm sure there were more. I thought that was really great that they had her character be sort of a bookworm like that. But she also went out of her comfort zone to explore where she was, because at heart, she wants to learn too, as well as teach. So I thought that would be a big cheer for me.
And I had that down too. But I also like how along the way, she would give the books out to the people that she gave it out to a teacher. Yeah. She gave it out to some kids. She gave it out to Millie, and her suitcase was full of books that she wanted to give to her sister.
Yeah.
So,
and I have to say this as a cheer just to Hallmark, because there's a scene where she's like, "Oh, I can find Amelia," and she's got like a hand-drawn map from somebody, and it blows away, right? And of course, it blows away, and you're like, of course it blows away. Now, how are they going to find her? And then they have her say, "You know what? Always be prepared." She has taken a picture on her phone of the map. Yes. So I was like, that's different for Hallmark. They resolved that issue like right away.
And that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool, because you thought it was going to be one of those moments. She's like, now we're never going to find her.
We're going to have to just explore. Yeah. So they switched it up and surprised me anyway in the best way in that scene. So I enjoyed that. Any other cheers from you?
No, that was it. Did you have any jeers?
The jeers would be the bugs and the snakes. No, that's not really a jeer. For me, I didn't think the chemistry was there between the two leads.
Right.
I just didn't. I got more of a friendship chemistry. Right. I thought they bounced well off of one another. I adored them in their roles, as Claire and Danny, and I thought it worked well, but I just didn't. I didn't feel the fire chemistry like we feel sometimes between characters. And, and it wasn't, it was a slow burn throughout the movie, but it never got there. You know what I mean? Right. It wasn't just a slow burn. It was it was kind of just burning a little bit maybe, but I just never really felt that from them. So that would probably be my biggest jeer.
Well, that's funny, because I kind of felt the same way. And when the movie first started, I was thinking that he was in love with Amelia, but you find out that he used to be on her team before, life happened, and he had to remove himself from it, and he never finished his degree. But I agree. It didn't really feel like a romance, more like a friendship.
Yeah. It's interesting you say that about Amelia, because he does, when you realize he knows her, I had a moment of, oh, crap, is that who he's really going to fall in love with? That sort of, you have that sort of moment, but then he and Claire have all these moments, on the boat and stuff. And then once they find Claire, and I thought I didn't say this as a cheer, but I should have, is I'm enjoying the fact that once they get to their destination or something happens, there's more to the story
afterwards.
So they find Amelia, and then there's more afterwards. We're getting more. They don't just kiss. She finds Amelia, they kiss, and it's over. I mean, there's more to the story, and I really am liking that a lot in these movies.
Me too, because you want like that in a year
what
later.
What happens after?
A year later, 2 years later.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
But you're right. I was surprised. I kind of thought for a second, ooh, so who is going to be the love interest? But
I have one more jeer, and that was when they were going up the river. I think they first started off, and they had, I don't know if it was CGI or AI or whatever. They threw in some, I guess, dolphins jumping out of the water and into the water again. I don't think they needed that. Because the next scene after that was an above shot. I'm assuming with one of those drones of them going through like a lily pad section of the river. And I'm like, you didn't have to put that in there.
The jumping of the I wonder if they did that because they talk so much about the pink dolphins, because that's what Amelia
and I'm
is
sure that's what it
studying,
was, but I just felt like they didn't need it.
Yeah, no, I get it. So you think that was CGI probably?
Oh, definitely. Either that or AI. They threw it in there or something.
Yeah.
But
you know, I did look up pink dolphins. That's a real thing. It's the Amazon River dolphin. They develop a pink color as an adult. Isn't that crazy? I had no idea. See, I do learn things in these movies also. And the pink color tends to be more prominent in males than the female dolphins.
Oh, wow.
Who knew?
So it's kind of like flamingos, huh? Pink flamingos.
I guess not really, but okay. I'm not sure I'd make that leap, but okay, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, I thought that was cool.
So did you have any more jeers?
No, that was it for me.
All right. Well, let's move on to how many corks would you give this one?
I would give this one a solid 3.5 corks. That would be my rating for this one. Just because I think, I enjoyed it. The chemistry sort of fell flat for me. Although their chemistry as friends, I would totally buy. Yeah. Really good friends, really good. It just, I just didn't. Yeah. So that's why it would be a 3.5 for me.
Yeah.
What about you?
I was going to go, I'm going with a 3 3/4. I mean, I enjoyed it. The CGI, but but I actually enjoyed the adventure that they had.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad. I mean, it wasn't. Like R3s are still a good movie.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, 3 or higher.
And so far, Hallmark has done a really good job with the movies they released so far.
I agree. The Winter Escape movies have been really, really well done. We have really enjoyed them, and I think we're in store for 2 more really great movies coming up.
I can't wait.
Caught
for
by
those.
Love, and what's the last one?
Missing the Boat.
Missing the Boat. Yes, thank you. I think we're in store. If this is the way Hallmark's going to start the year, I think we're going to have a pretty good year.
And then we go into Love Viewer.
Oh yes, we'll have that preview episode coming up.
All right. So is that a wrap?
That's a wrap.
Well, thank you for listening and also now watching.
Yep. And make sure you follow us wherever you podcast so you don't miss a thing. Till next time. Cheers.